Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to take a quick look at two of my favorite companies that don't know that the market is in downturn right now. We can take a quick look at AMD right now. This is up 26% in the past month. We can also take a quick look at Nvidia. This one's up 39.51%. Nvidia is my number one position in my portfolio. AMD is in one of my top four. Depending on the day, it can be number two, number three, or number four, depending on how my other positions move. So today I just want to take a quick look at their stock prices, some recent news after earnings. But if this is your first time here, guys, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and check out the pinned comment where I have 10 free stock ideas for you. And I also have a link to my free newsletter where I share all the information of all the stocks I've been covering this earnings, and I continue to add more almost on a daily basis. And like I said, it's free for you guys. So let's just jump into it, right? AMD right now is sitting at $155. And later on in this episode, I'm going to explain a little bit what I'm doing with my stocks right now. But AMD up 26%. This company had strong earnings. We can see Q3 revenue was up 54% year over year. They had their sixth straight quarter of record server processor revenue. AMD data centers continue to grabbing market share in the CPU. If we take a quick look at some recent news, on November 10th, IBM Cloud selects third generation AMD EPYC processor for new bare metal offering for compute intensive workload. And this third generation, right, Milan has been doing amazing. Like I mentioned, right, it was the sixth straight quarter of huge growth in the data center CPU market for AMD in their most recent earnings, driven by the huge adoption of Milan. And AMD has recently announced Milan X, which will come out later on in 2022. But overall, we continue to see this adoption of big players. So that's pretty impressive. On November 16th, AMD also wanted to just flex their strength of how well they're doing. The EPYC processor, like I keep talking about, there is a list which shows the top 500 supercomputers. Right now, AMD now powers 73 supercomputers compared to 21 in November 2020 list. So you can just see the overall adoption growth of AMD products as well. Some other recent news that I think the first two news were pretty impressive, right? It really shows the strength of this company and this company's CPU data center products. This second news, AMD and MediaTek develop AMD RZ600 series. So pretty much this is just a Wi-Fi module that goes on your laptop to overall increase the connectivity experience, where you don't have to experience some form of lags or have better connections, right? So they kind of talk that, hey, they're building with one of the leaders in the kind of Wi-Fi industry to improve the laptops that come with AMD's processor. Again, that's pretty cool. It just shows that, hey, AMD is still focused even though they're doing great in the data center market and the server market, they're still providing solutions for a great customer experience in the consumer world. So those are the three things I wanted to take a quick look at. Do you want 10 free stock picks right now? Well, if you do, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor, a great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 free stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beat the market by more than 4x. Go to fool.com/Jose to get your free 10 stock picks now. Now, if we take a quick look at Nvidia, this stock is just breaking new highs every time. We can see from its 52-week high, the stock is barely down. It's down about 1.5%, up 149% year over year. My number one position, super excited about it. And if we take a quick look at Nvidia, I do want to say, if you are an investor, they share a lot of great information in their newsroom. This is kind of like their blog. They show a lot about the company and where it's heading in forms of small startups using Nvidia and also some big business moves. Since earnings, this company hasn't really shown much, but if we take a quick recap of earnings, revenue was $7.1 billion, up 50% year over year. Data center, for example, was a huge driver, growing 55% year over year, being $2.9 billion. The gaming market was $3.2 billion, up 42% year over year. Nvidia is really focusing on one thing. They are focusing on creating software or or kind of they're giving their GPUs a purpose by making software. One thing that Jensen's mentioned, he's like, chips do not make markets. And I'm kind of paraphrasing here. Chips do not make markets, software creates the market. So Nvidia is creating the software to create the market for their graphics cards and all the other chips that they provide, which I think was pretty impressive. Again, the newsletter is free. Some things to keep a note on Thursday, November 18th, Nvidia kind of released a few dates on important investors relations conferences. For example, on November 30th, they're going to be meeting up with a bank to just kind of talk about their annual technology conference. In December 1st, another bank. December 6th, another one. If you are an investor, all these presentations are free. You can listen to the live audio, or they will be available on replay. Just letting that be known. So that's Tuesday, November 30th, Wednesday, December 1st, and Monday, December 6th are the three most recent analyst or investors presentations happening. Some pretty cool thing. On November 22nd of 2021, Nvidia announced the overall growth of their artificial intelligence software and how content creators can continue to use them. For example, here using things like machine learning, we can see that just by typing something using their other SDKs and other kind of software products, you're able to get a picture drawn based on the words that you're writing. So here we can see oceans, waves hitting rocks on the beach, and it continues. First it says ocean waves, and you just see ocean waves, then you talk about rocks, then you talk about beach, and it draws. So that's text to image, and there's numerous concepts that Nvidia is working on at the moment, which I thought were pretty cool. Another interesting one, on November 19th of 2021, we can see a lot of startups are using Nvidia to create or even make a business. So there's this startup 2i, which keeps an AI on worker safety. So this is kind of used on oil manufacturing places. So we can see here, you see a truck kind of hauling a oil tanker, and behind there is a person kind of hanging onto the truck. So with machine learning, vision learning, it kind of gives attention and says, hey, there is someone on the truck. Could be a risk of an accident. So using machine learning, artificial intelligence, and vision learning, this allows companies to improve their overall safety. So we can just see the overall market that can come from Nvidia. Now let's talk about the important things, and this is overall stock prices. So Nvidia right now, super high. I think, in my opinion, even though both of these positions are super big in my portfolio and are driving most of my returns, I want to say these companies are overextended. What does that mean? That means to me that I believe the chance, not the guarantee, the chance of these stocks kind of pulling back down is possible. It is possible, but at the same time, I'm not here trying to time the market. So for me, I have no intentions of selling AMD or Nvidia. If I wanted to buy into these two companies right now, I would do very, very small dollar cost averaging. I think the market dollar cost averaging is the best ability to get some skin in the game, but it also gives you the opportunity to wait for better buying opportunities. And when those better buying opportunities, one can really load the boat. I think AMD and Nvidia both overextended. The chance of a pullback doesn't mean it's guaranteed. In my opinion, it's a little bit higher, but these two companies continue to show strength, especially with things like the metaverse, things like content creation, video game, artificial intelligence, machine learning. These are two leaders in that market. Obviously, Nvidia is my number one position, but AMD definitely belongs in the list as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.